Alright, so I've been into slinging, like David and Goliath type slinging, for about 2 years now. And I thought it'd be cool to kind of share some of my slings, and go over some of my gear that I use and things like that, that people might find interesting. All of these slings I've made here, except for this sling here, and I'll go through each of these in just a second. Except for this sling, which is called an Aussie sling. There's a guy out in Australia, and he makes these slings out of conveyor belt material, and they work pretty well. I like them a lot, but anyways, let's start off with the slings that I use most often. First off, I've got this leather sling right here. It is an excellent sling. I love this sling. It just has some holes in the middle, just to make it look cool, but anyways. You can find instructions on how to make this type of sling on Timothy Potter's website. I won't take any credit for that, but it works very well. It's really nice because you can change the cords up anytime. If you wear out a cord, it's very easy to cut these cords off and replace the cords. This pouch has seen many cord sets, and it works great. Very easy to repair, and functionally, I love the sling. The next one I have here is this woven kind of pseudo-solid split style sling with kind of a side weave on it. I kind of like the little split in the middle. It looks cool. It works with pretty much any ammo up to a tennis ball size. It's a pretty thin pouch, I suppose some people might say. But I kind of like the thinner pouches because I find that they have less friction on them when the stone leaves the pouch, and makes for an easier, better flight, and I like that a lot. Just kind of braids down into this cord here. Got your loop. The next one is the same as the first, except with a smaller pouch. No holes in the center. Again, great sling. This works great for little golf balls and small, dense, smooth stones and such. The next one I have here is kind of a Tutankhamun sling, or King Tut sling as some people call it, but with paracord. And the unique thing about this is that I actually gutted the paracord. I like to use paracord a lot in my slings. Paracord and mason line are my two most common. But as you can see, it's kind of multicolored. It's kind of tan, and then you got the green trim around it. But this is a great sling. Works really well. Again, I won't take full credit for this. I'm a fan of Timothy Potter's work, and those two slings I use pretty commonly, the King Tut one and that leather type one. But I do things a little bit differently with the King Tut sling. Just a few differences. But anyways, that's a really cool sling. I like that a lot. It's gotten a little bit of dirt and wear in it. I've also beeswaxed it, which helps with waterproofing and keeps it a little bit more durable. Alright, so I'll try and go through these a little quicker so I don't run out of time. There's the Aussie sling, another one of those leather type slings. I make those a lot for people, for like friends and stuff, if I'm teaching them how to sling. Work pretty well. Another King Tut sling, only I made it out of cotton, and it's yellow and brown because I'm going to the University of Wyoming. I'm actually not from Wyoming, but anyways, I'm going to the University of Wyoming. Another King Tut sling with neon yellow, neon green type mason line. A hemp King Tut sling. Another hemp one, but beeswaxed, and this one's kind of a nice one because it has a wooden bead on the end, and I just think it looks pretty nice, but not one of my favorite functionally. For some reason, it tends to curve inward, and I don't know why that does that. Another King Tut sling with a trim. This is acrylic yarn and then a 4-strand braid. Pretty basic. Lastly, another King Tut. You can tell it's kind of one of my favorite types of slings. I think they look really good, and then they sling pretty well as well. I think they have a nice weight to them, especially with the mason line. Then we get kind of into a split type, kind of Rockman sling. Here I got paracord, gutted paracord is weaved in there. and then breaks into a 4-strand braid. This is a nice sling. I like this sling a lot. Here we got a split pouch type thing. I think other people have done this before, but I kind of came up with it on my own originally. But then other people, I think, have done it before me. But anyways, you use the cobra braid type thing, which you use with like wrist bracelets, and make the wide split pouch there, and then braid upwards. And I think it kind of looks cool with the green paracord and the mason line. Just another one with paracord. This doesn't look as nice. You got the knots on the end, which doesn't look quite as flush. But then braided paracord upward. Again, same thing, only a mason line runs through it to make the cords. We got a little like Apache type sling with hemp and a leather pouch sewn in. Works great for golf balls, great size for golf balls. Got what some people call like a PJ sling. It's just paracord woven around. Not one of my favorite slings, but it works. Got a basic split pouch, and I did some whipping. It doesn't look very good, but I don't know. Some of these slings are nice, and some of them, I've seen better days. Here's a little woven sling that I did with paracord. Some of it's gutted, some of it's not. I got to trim one of them solid right on each side to kind of like give it kind of a cupped trim motion, and it braids up. This is a really nice sling. I like this sling. I've used it quite a bit. This is another one of those leather slings, the wrapping on the ends, but with paracord braided. A netted sling I got here. Not really one of my favorites, but it was an experiment. Split pouch leather. Another one like that. Braided and then kind of sewn in pouch. Got another type of Apache one. And then this one's kind of like a braided diamond pouch with the center in the middle. And then this woven thing. Alright. Then I have my bag, which I use to carry ammo and stuff. First off, I've got my side satchel, which goes in my belt. There's some loops in here, and it fits in my belt really nicely. But right now, I basically just got golf balls and tennis balls in there. Nothing too serious. Not any stones right now. You can see that rolling around. Alright, I'm going to speed things up a bit so I don't run out of time. Alright, I got my leather pouch here. It folds, it opens. I got kind of that cobra braid up so it slides over, and it's just kind of sewn in with paracord. But it works pretty nicely. Right here, if you've done the King Tut sling or looked at the tutorial, you know what this is. This is a basic loom. On Timothy Potter's website, he uses a wooden frame. However, I find the PVC frame to be a bit easier and a little bit more sturdy and much more easier to transport. And you can just take it apart and then tie it together and you're underway. If you've never seen slings before or known the damage of it, first off, just thought I'd show you. This is about a 1/2 inch to, I don't know, 3/4 inch piece of particle wood that I blew through with a stone from a sling. Very killer thing. If you kind of see this, or if you've ever seen anybody do it, you kind of realize, oh, you know what? David really did kill the lad, didn't he? Let's see. What else was I going to say? Oh, I kind of saw this when I was making a film. I forgot it was in there, but this little thing just slips on the finger. There's been times where you take a break for a few months after slinging, you kind of lose that callus that you've built up on your finger. And then you get a blister there, and then it's just no fun to sling because it's rubbing up against your blister. So I put a little leather slip. That way you can sling and it won't rub on your finger. I think that's about it for the day. Just thought I'd show you some of my gear. Just kind of cool stuff to do. If you're ever interested in slings, it's worth doing. I might make some tutorials later sometime on some of the slings that I like the most. But that's it for the day. Bye.